Hello, welcome back. I hope you're doing well today, and I thought I would do a video because I'm bored for one, and I had thought this is a great time to do a video. I want your opinion on my last very short video. I know it went really quick through the whole thing. The key of it is that you have control of the video. You could stop it and put your thumb on the or whatever you have, remote control, whatever, on the what do you call that, the bar that you can pause and go back and forth, or just stop it. And you can see that I had my right arm over my stomach, and underneath the arm, my arm, it kind of lit up, and you can see that light. And then you can see an orb fall, and it either hit me or hit the side of me. I don't remember. And for those of you who don't know, those are spirits' energies. Like if you pass over today, you will have a silhouette, you'll have your energy, but the main thing that we can see are the little orbs. It's the one you see in that video. I had thought about this and thought it would be great to do is, I think I might do more videos like that because I have a lot of orbs that visit me, and I thought that would be fun and interesting, I guess. But that one was the most interesting one that I've had that I remember. I think I have a couple more saved that I might go ahead and upload. I'm not sure. I'll have to go through them. I'm not going to guarantee that. But this one was more fascinating to me because of my arm lighting up the way it did. It was like between my stomach and arm, and I thought that was pretty amazing. I don't know if that was me personally lighting up. I will say this, I know a couple of people who can channel there for a while, and still kind of, some days are worse than others, that I wake up and I feel so tired. I feel like I hadn't slept all night. I feel kind of heavy energy wise, and I have that feeling. I just have that feeling that I went somewhere and there was war, and I don't know if I participated in it. I didn't know until I asked this person, and they said that I go and send positive energies to the beings who are at war. And I'm assuming that it's similar to like cheerleaders at a football game. The footballers, the players hear the cheerleaders, and it gives them more energy to play harder. Or if you're in the stands and you're cheering the players on because that's your family member, that they feel more energy and more oomph, if you want to say it that way, to do their best and go that extra mile. I'm assuming that's what I do, although I do feel like I have been fighting in the war, and I might have, I don't know, but that's what he told me, and I feel it, whether I am a participant or a cheerleader. I also want to add that I have more things coming to me. I have always had the ability, mildly, until recently, to read people, as in when somebody enters the room, I can tell when they're happy or they're sad or they're very angry. I remember years ago, for some odd reason, I felt the need that I needed to give, at that time, my boyfriend a reading of what kind of person he was, and he was new to me. I didn't know him, and he teared up and said, "That's me. That's completely me." And I don't know if it scared me or what, but it kind of took a back seat. It's always been there, and I felt it. And I've always known I could read people, but kind of kept it to myself. Recently, I did, and quite often here lately, like the past year or so, maybe even longer, since my awakening, which was March 2020, it has came forward full force. And recently, and not the only time, I had gave a reading to a man that oddly reached out to me on Facebook, and I have on there, on my on the heading of my page, that I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, etc. And he asked for a reading, and I was at work and distracted, and I gave him one. His mom came forward, and then his dad, and his dad was sorry about doing something, and it went on, and he said, I'm spot on. Since my awakening, I have listened to, this is going to sound silly, I have listened to my abilities more and more, and I'm more in tune with the gifts that I have. That's all new to me. Well, I shouldn't say new to me, because it's really not. It just came back to me. I have got where I see things more with my third eye. And I try to tap into that more and more, because I want to see more. And when I was a little girl, I did see a spirit that had passed on. It scared me. And I don't know why it scared me. And I unconsciously shut it down, because I think I was only like 13 or 14. It really scared me. And the girl, the being, she didn't look scary. Well, I don't know. She looked like she was drowned. There was a lake across the street. It looked like she had drowned. Her dress was all muddy, dirty looking, torn. And she just looked kind of sad. But that scared me. It caught me off guard. My hair is not really oily. I don't know why. It looks that way far away. But I took a shower today, so it's not really oily, so kind of ignore that. I keep looking off and on, and I'm like, ugh. I think it's the lighting. I have a soft light on me. So anyway, back on track. I see one multi-dimensional being quite often, and I have felt a very, very tight, dear connection with this being, and it has been confirmed that he is my spiritual husband, if you want to call it that. He is he's a multi-dimensional being, which I was also. He is my husband. He's my soulmate. I also want to say that, and this is kind of different, this is something to really wrap your head around. Hang on, I'm going to get my picture. Be right back. Okay, so I'm going to say this first. One of my guides had, and at the time I didn't know he was my guide, he popped in my room, and he was I know I did a video on him. He was 3.5, 4 feet tall, maybe not even 4 feet. He pops in. I was asleep, and a pop of cold air hits the side of the bed, and it scared me, and I gasped because I was asleep. And I look, and he smiles and waves real vigorously. Then he pops out, and his little feet just flung in the air, and he goes out backwards out the wall in my bedroom. And I was like, oh my God, what was that? What was that? And I had gasped, evidently loud, that my daughter's dog's head jumped up, doing, and he looked at me like, what? But later, after this, did I find out he was one of my guides. I had a psychic medium do a meditational picture for me of my guides, because I wanted to know what they look like. And I will show you him. He is that one right there. And then this one is Sirian. This one is my Arcturan. And these two, I'm not sure. I've seen this one and that one. And that one. I want to say I've seen him. Not 100% sure. Actually, the Sirian and him and this one. I had vertigo real bad, and I wasn't feeling well, and it was like on my 3rd or 4th day, I seen him floating around in my hallway toward my bedroom. And this is me, by the way. She wanted to show the difference, that I'm standing and they are floating. And these are portals. So when you meditate, you're supposed to be able to portal to them, and it's pretty amazing. This is supposed to be a symbol. You can see one on his forehead of being ancient, in which I am. And these two beings without a face, those are light beings, and they are part of the Galactic Light Council, in which I'm supposed to be tied into. So the thing I wanted to talk about that I felt was something you need, or it'd be hard for you to wrap your head around, is the little being that popped in my room. He wasn't in spirit. He was in his body. So something to think about, that he is also my guide. And you would think, wait a minute, your guides are in spirit. Evidently not. I've been told that when you're on the other side, that you can do many, many things. You can be at a table eating dinner with your family or doing something else, but yet you can still come and guide somebody in this lifetime. It's confusing in a way, because he was in his body, but he's my guide. So I'm like, and all of those guides that you just seen, all of them were multidimensional beings. And we have armies of guides and angels and etc. And when she did this to me, she said they all rushed forward because they all wanted me to see who they were. But she was like, I can't get all of you on this picture, so I only can do some of you. The others retreated while the other ones stayed. After she drew that, they asked her to ask me if I recognized any of them. And the Arcturan and the little one were the only ones at that time that I've seen. I'm like, yes, 2 of them. And she said, that's what they said you would say. So that's really fascinating. And to think that this being, I'm going to be finished, that this being popped in and popped out. And he was so happy. He was so happy. And actually, I can feel him. Especially now when I'm talking about him, I can feel that he's right here. He's so pleasant and spiritual and positive and happy. And it feels like he just is standing by me doing this. I don't know. I can feel his energy. It's amazing. This video was kind of a mixture of everything. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed my last video. And like I said, I'll try to do more of those in the future. I hope you guys are doing well, and I love you. Don't forget to subscribe and do that like thing and hit the notification bell, because as you know, I don't post regularly and I'm so sorry. Believe it or not, I do try. For those of you that have not subscribed, I see that. I see that you don't subscribe. I don't know why. You can always unsubscribe later. So I'm going to end this video here, and I'm sending you all love, light, and peace. Bye.